Step 5 in the home selling process is the appraisal. So if the buyer is having a loan on the property, they're gonna have an appraisal on the property. And the goal of the appraisal is for the bank to ensure that your home appraises at or above the contract price on the home. So if the buyer's under contract to buy your home for $1 million, the bank wants to know that the home is worth at least $1 million. Otherwise, they don't want to loan $1 million on a property that's worth $800,000, right? That would be an issue. So the goal of the appraisal is to make sure that we appraise at or above the purchase price. With that said, how this works, our team will reach out to you. They'll coordinate a time for that works for you, that works for the appraiser. Sometimes the buyer will be present for an appraisal, but more often than not, they are not. The appraisal process usually is about 30 to 60 minutes that the appraiser is going to be at the home. This is one of those, you can be home if you need to be. A lot of times the appraisers just like to have free reign so they can do their thing as they go through the home. They're going to do things like measure all the rooms, they're going to take pictures, they're going to write notes about improvements and all of that. If we're in any type of a situation where we have any concern about the value, if it's, appraisal might not hit the purchase price, our team will reach out, we'll connect with the appraiser directly and provide them a lot of information, particularly the comps that we use to price your home. We'll provide them a list of improvements that were made to the home. We'll provide them information regarding how many offers we had on the home. We'll provide everything we can to really make sure that we hit that value, right? Because this is going to be pretty important. The things that we need from you is we need to impress the appraiser, right? We want the home to show great. So treat this like any other showing. When that appraiser walks in, we want them to say, wow, this place is amazing. I see why somebody's paying $1 million for it. So make your house look like $1 million. That's gonna help ensure that appraiser comes in at the value that we need them to. So those are just a few little tips when it comes to the appraisal. If we run into a situation where the property does appraise lower than the purchase price, then that opens up a renegotiation. There again, just like when it comes to the inspections, the appraisal is no different. There's not a de facto, this is how it's handled. So let's just assume we're in escrow for $1 million. Appraisal comes in at $950. A variety of different things could happen there. The buyer could request that you lower the price to the $950. The buyer could say, I don't care that the appraisal came in at $950, I'll cover the $50,000 spread. Or what happens most commonly is we meet somewhere in the middle. Buyer comes up a little, seller comes down a little, we meet at a happy median, but it's all a negotiation, and just like the home inspection, you got the best negotiation team in the county on your behalf. So we're gonna do everything we can to get you every penny possible. That is step 5 in the home selling process.